Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Classic Entertainment Connoisseur, here tonight with another Charlie Chan film. Eran Trece is the Spanish version of the lost film Charlie Chan Carries On. The two films, also closely based off the original novel, were filmed simultaneously using all the same sets, the only difference being that one has an English cast and the other a Spanish cast. This was a common practice during the early sound years. In addition to the two separate castings, I read another thing they sometimes did was have the English actors learn, say, their French lines phonetically and then shoot scenes in short fragments at a time so that they would be able to remember. So, murder around the world on a cruise ship, lots of suspects here. I'm not going to get into the plot this time because this one's quite a mystery and I don't want to give any spoilers. Eran Trece was one I enjoyed a great deal. Although in another language, this was a time when sound films were still very close to the silent era, and the movie is very visual, and the plot is so familiar to me already anyway. The Spanish title was actually, it translates to There Were 13, which was the number of the passengers on the cruise ship. It stars Juan Torino and Ana Maria Custodio. Juan Torino was a Filipino football player who later got into Hollywood. The film also stars Raul Julian, a Brazilian actor, screenwriter, and film director. Born in Rio de Janeiro to Italian immigrants, he traveled to the U.S. in 1931, where he was signed on at Fox Studios. In Eran Trece, he portrays a gangster from Chicago who not only serves as a major suspect, but also as a comic relief. The role of Charlie Chan is taken by Manuel Arbo, a prolific Spanish actor from Madrid who appeared in over 200 films between 1915 and 1970. Around the same time as Charlie Chan, he featured in the Spanish version of Dracula as well. He filled in excellent as the Spanish counterpart of Chan. He really did. He plays it really close to Warner Olin, and the film is, well, it's an exact copy of the English version almost. I read the trailer of the Warner Olin version still survives, but it's still such a great loss that so much footage that had been so carefully put together and passionately acted out got destroyed. This series especially was so iconic, and as it grew for years alongside the whole film industry, all the developments of film. The first Chan film was in 1926. It was a silent film, and the series followed steadily way on into the 40s. In the 50s, both Chinese and Latin American films were being made of Charlie Chan, and there was still later Chan films in the 80s as well. In addition to that, there was card games, board games. I'm glad to know, though, that we still have so many of these old films out there today, because so much was put into them, and there was so much historical value, cultural values of the times, and people who really cared about it, people who put a lot into it.